All right, 7:30 Friday morning. Today on the schedule we have some hay to Ted. I have another hay customer coming. Just want to let you guys know I will tally the results of my question as far as where people are from, see who the #1 state or country is as far as my viewers. We will get to that. I might do that maybe Sunday, so bear with me. So I have to run some errands. I will be back in a little bit and get going here. I have returned. It's about 50 degrees out. It's another cool morning here. We're supposed to go up to 80, mid 80s. Sun's coming out, grass is wet. All right, so on the schedule right now, I'm not sure I'm gonna be around when my hay customer is here, so I told him I would stack the hay outside the barn. I'd measure out how many bales he wanted and stack it there. So that's going to be the plan. I'm going to do that now once the ground dries off a little bit. I got the Farmall 560 started yesterday. We're going to give this a try. This is going to be the first test run since I addressed the fuel problem. This could go well or it could not go well, but today is the drying day. It's the tedding day, so it's not like trying to get something mowed to get it finished so it can dry. It's not like the day you're trying to bale and you want to get done and get all the crop off. The tedding day, the middle day. I have some time today, so I'll try to get some interesting footage of this thing. I know a lot of guys wanted to see it. I did promise you guys I would use it for second cutting. We'll see how much. If everything works, maybe we can mow some more. I have a lot of second cut to go yet. So yeah, there'll be plenty of horsepower there for this little tedder. From sitting as long as it was, the tires were starting to get a little bit getting a little flat spot sitting there. But one thing I will say about this tractor is the way I have it, I am going to get a seat. I told you guys that I am buying a seat this winter. Once harvest is done, once I'm sure we have some more money in the bank, we are going to put a seat on this thing. I found a place that sells seats for this, and they are pretty nice. They're the original factory seat, so we're going to get the right seat on here. I'm still looking for fenders. I know a lot of guys said this Canopy looked ugly. They didn't like it. I understand. I know. I put it on. I explained this a few times in the past just to get everybody up to speed. I put it on because if you take notice, there's a Canopy on that tractor. The 986 has a roof. I still have to get the Canopy put on the 395. Why am I putting roofs over my head constantly? Family history of skin cancer. My granddad died at age 38 of skin. It started off as skin cancer and it spread, and it eventually led to his death at age 38. And he left behind my grandmother and 3 kids. My dad was the oldest and he was 9 years old. So to have tough times, I imagine, back then. So my granddad died of it, and my dad has had skin cancer removed already. So there's probably a very good chance I'm going to deal with it at some point, given the profession I am in. So I wanted a roof over my head. This was very cheap. This was like $150, I think. You couldn't beat the price. It's a cheap roof. I said before I didn't care for the umbrellas. Yeah, it looks like a carriage, but someday if I can find the 2-post with the Canopy roof, then we'll change it. This is just for now. Keep the sun off of me. So I'm out of the sun on every tractor just about, and I definitely wanted to be out of the sun with the Farmall 560, so that was my option. So if you see this in the video later, you'll notice how long these threaded rods are here. I didn't cut them to length yet, and that's on purpose because I am looking for fenders. I will find a set of fenders, and when I do, there's fender spacers that go in here to get your fender in the right spot. Some guys might bolt them right here and they're too close. I want them extended out and where they should be. So I'm going to have to redo this if I want to keep this on. These are going to be longer, so it's kind of a work in progress there. So yeah, should be ready to go today. Try to get some footage and see what kind of a day it turns into today. So I will come back with you a little bit later. All right, let's ted some hay. I promised you guys I would do this. I may be setting myself up for aggravation with the fuel problem, but I guess it's worth a try to see if we fixed anything here or if I'm just gonna have to break down, take the tank off and flush it out. So this might work, it might not. I don't think I have to ted all the hay, just the thick spots. There were some spots that are pretty thin. So let me get the tedder hooked up, and I will come back with you guys here in a little bit. Alright, so the nice thing about the fast hitch with the tedder is you can make adjustments as the terrain changes, whereas the solid drawbar you can't. So it's kind of an advantage, but should be plenty of horsepower here for this little tedder. So let's get to the field, I guess. Alright, so we didn't get to the field and it shut off again. So, evidently the plastic that I pulled out of this wasn't the only issue with this. I guess ignoring it and hoping it's going to fix itself is not the strategy here. I thought for sure all those bits of plastic I pulled out were the problem, but it's filling up. I got the front filter full again, and see if we can't get it restarted here. And I don't really have time to be messing around with this right now. So grass is pretty dry. I don't know if I need a... The ground's still wet, so I don't know. The hay's kind of thin. Maybe I don't need to bother tedding it. There were a couple thick spots I should go through. Let me see if I can't get this started again. If this keeps happening, it's just going to get parked till I get time to fix it. Just didn't run into any decent time, I guess. So we're just waiting. The back one filled up with fuel. Takes a little while. If it is indeed, if it is in fact draining out of the tank. So what I want to do is, I did drain some fuel out, and I really didn't see a whole lot as far as dirt. I'm gonna replace this bowl for sure. This one here, I did buy a gasket for it. It was leaking, and the shutoff, I think the packing leaks on it. Yeah, I could fix it, but I want to pull this right out and get one that has a either pull it out and put a standpipe in this one, or get one that already has the standpipe with the screen in it already. That might be the way to do it. And first I'd have to drain all the fuel out of this tank, so I don't know what's going on here. It kind of makes me wish it had a primer button instead of gravity feed here, but like I say, there was plastic in this tank, and I didn't really see any dirt in the fuel, so I don't know what's going on. If there's another piece in there, I did take this line off and blow air in, and didn't hear it bubbling in the tank, so I don't know what's going on. The other thing that could be, oh no, it wouldn't be. I was going to say your return line has to be clear too, or it won't run. But I don't think that's the case here with this, so I don't know why that's taking its sweet time to... I don't know. I don't have time for this right now. I'd like to get it running and at least get back down to the shop with it. Alright, so we made it back and it shut off again. I took a stick from a tree, a little branch, and stuck it down in, was working it around. I'm really not getting any type of sludge even on the stick. I don't know what the problem is. If there's something wrong with... I don't know. I won't know until I get it in there and really decide that I want to work on it. I just haven't... I thought I was on to something, like I said, getting the plastic out, but no good. And it shut off just as I didn't get to back it in yet, so... gonna have to get my air compressor, I guess, and blast air in and see if it's bubbling in the tank. If not, then I don't know. Such a simple thing. Fuel goes from the tank through the filters into the pump, and there's something in line here, and just didn't really take the time to work on it, I guess. So we still have problems, and this is where we're at with it.